Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The jury we respect as well as our proud fellow finalists. Indonesia is a country where is rich in culture, especially with diversity of regional language. The regional language is a world that must be maintained because the regional language is a special thing and is complement of diversity in Indonesia. Communication is a person's process to convey a message to others. To convey the message, people and need language that is best to understand each other. And in conducting communication is use a language. In the world there are many languages, including in Indonesia. Indonesia has many regional languages. One of them is Javanese. But the use of Javanese language in the era globalization has shifted. Many young people in Central Java and East Java do not understand Javanese and rarely communication with Javanese in their daily lives. According to data from Kompas.com in 2019, UNESCO Interactive Atlas of the World Language average extension is 2,464 languages worldwide. Of the 154 languages located in Indonesia, based on research from Joseph Arrington, professor of anthropology with more than 80 million speakers, has a tendency to include vulnerable language in some area. Now one day, the use of Javanese language is becoming less popular among children. The lack of supporting books, media for learning, and the complexity of Javanese language cause Javanese to become one of the subjects that are less liked by millennial children. The availability of learning media for children, especially elementary school children at this time, is still very small. Most of the learning media in elementary school is in the form of textbook. For children and millennial, reading books is one of the boring and uninteresting activity. UNESCO mentioned Indonesia has the second from the bottom of onward literacy, meaning that reading interest is very low. According to UNESCO data, the reading interest of Indonesia is very concerning. Only 0.001%, this is of 1,000 Indonesia, only 1% is diligent in reading. So, from the problem, we come up with the idea to create a digital application learning media to attract more millennials.
The Honorable Jury, Wasis application is an application in the effort to preserve Javanese language whose target is millennial children. This application is specifically for millennials from elementary to high school. In the use of application, Wasis can be accessed offline with using a smartphone. The purpose of this application is to attract millennials to learn Javanese and eliminates the notion that learning Javanese is difficult and unpleasant. The Honorable Jury, I'll explain Wasis application. In Wasis, there are some features. The first feature, Sitama, contains how using Javanese language well and correctly with examples of short conversation. The second feature is Siraja, who provides material about Javanese character, how it is written, and also provided readings of Javanese language. The third feature is quiz. The user will do exercise and earn point, so every time the user success answer the question provided, the user will get point according to the difficulty level of the question. The more complicated the problem will be, the greater the point. The fourth feature is point book. This feature has an accumulated number of points that can be redeemed for rewards. For example, point 100 until 400 points will get a credit rewards.
The Honorable Judge, the strategy of implementation of Wasis application is 1. People who are expert to be able to implement the idea are a. Local culture office. All regulation on culture system in a city, including the preservation of Javanese language, is under the supervision of city or regency culture office. B. Academic. The contribution of academic in this program is they can work with the government in this time creating and developing Wasis application so that it can be implemented directly. C. Partner. A very important role to support the running of the application because some of the reward obtained later by students on this application after completing the quiz. D. Students are the target of the program that will contribute in the running of the application. 2. Step implementation of the forming Siwasis application, preparation for the forming of Siwasis application. A. Licensing forming Siwasis application. B. Establishment and development of Siwasis application. C. Cooperation with partner. D. Socializing of Siwasis application for the wider community. Implementation step of Siwasis application. In this step, various related people can synergy and participate in implementing ideas. Regency or City Culture Office in collaboration with application developer and academic can synergy to design and develop Siwasis application that the public, especially students, can learn Javanese on the application. Supervision and evaluation step to ensure that the program can run as planned and monitor with program vary period. The city or region culture office will conduct an evaluation and supervision continuously and programmatic on this program, and the result of the evaluation will be used as a material for improvement in the future period. Based on the explanation, we can conclude that Siwasis is an innovative and current application that has a variety of features that can facilitate its user. The main purpose on this application is to reserve Javanese language among millennials. To manage this application requires expert and support from the community with the cooperation between all people concerned. This idea can be well implemented so as to reserve the Javanese language. That is a presentation for us. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.